Hi, boys and girls. I hope you're all doing well. I can't wait to see you all in person. Really miss seeing you. But I heard that you guys have been learning about Noah and all the animals that went in the ark and how Noah built the ark. And today we're going to talk a little bit about what happened after everyone got into the ark. So Noah and his family and all the animals went into the ark, and God shut the door so that everybody would be safe inside. And after he shut the door, that's when he sent the rain. And the rain came down and it pounded on the ark. And it didn't rain for a little while. It rained for a long time. It became waves around the ark, and they splashed and the water rose higher and higher. Who knows, there might have been even thunder and lightning around the ark, but it rained for 40 days and 40 nights, if you can imagine that. Sometimes it seems around here like it might rain for a long time, but imagine over a month of rain. All the people and all the animals that were in the ark were safe and dry, but nothing that was outside of the ark was dry. Water covered the entire earth. It wasn't just one part of the world. It rained everywhere. And it covered the entire earth from the lowest valley to the tallest mountains. It covered the mountains so that nothing stuck out from the water. And after a long time, those 40 days and 40 nights, the rain finally stopped. But it took a long, long time for the water to go down. Imagine, sometimes when it rains here for a long time, it might flood the roads a little bit, and it still takes a little time for the water to go down here. Well, imagine if it rained for over a month, how long it would take for all the waters to go down. The ark wound up floating on that water for months. So Noah and his family and the animals were still in the ark even after the rain stopped. But one day, Noah noticed something. The boat hit land. The floodwater had gone down enough that Mount Ararat, so a mountain, was sticking up out of the water, and the ark stayed there. So the ark was on top of a mountain. Well, even though the ark was on land, it wasn't time to leave yet. Because if you know, when it rains a lot around here, the ground gets very muddy. So imagine all this rain had been on the ground, the water is going down, the ground is still muddy. It's too wet for the animals and the people to leave the ark. But every day, as the sun was out, the land dried a little bit more. Well, one day, Noah decided to send a dove to see if there was a place for the dove to live. But the dove came back. It was still too wet. So a week later, Noah sent the dove out again. This time, it came back with an olive leaf in its mouth. So that let Noah know that, okay, the plants and the trees are starting to grow again. They're not covered by water, but the dove did come back, so it still wasn't quite time. So the trees and the plants are growing, and the next week when Noah sent the dove out again, it didn't come back. It decided to stay. It found a tree where it wanted to live. It was time. Noah knew that he and his family were able to come out. They could leave the ark. So imagine how excited they were. They had been in this ark for months during the flood, during the rain, and now waiting for the ground to dry and for it to be safe for them to leave. So out of the ark, Noah, his wife, his 3 sons, and their wives, and then the animals and birds 2 by 2 all came out of the ark. Noah's family was grateful to God. They wanted to thank him for keeping them safe in the ark. So Noah built an altar to worship God. So they burned a sacrifice gift to thank God for keeping them safe. God was happy that Noah said thank you, and he sent the very first rainbow that the earth ever saw. The rainbow wasn't just pretty, it was a sign of God's promise that he wouldn't flood the earth again. And here's a picture I found. So God promised, I will never again destroy the whole earth with a flood. The rainbow is a sign of my promise to all living things on earth. So now you know the meaning of the rainbow. It's a sign of God's promise to never again flood the earth. And can we count on God to keep his promises? Always. Even after it rains now, sometimes if you look out the window or you step outside, you can see a rainbow. God is still keeping his promise to us that he's never going to flood the earth again. I hope you enjoyed the story, the lesson, and I can't wait to see you all again. Take care.